number you have reached has been disconnected.
Hello, dear listener, and welcome to episode 2. If you had listened to episode 1, then you know. I was supposed to have video for that one, but I forgot to hit record on the camera. This time, I definitely hit record. So, hopefully, we can have an episode full of fun and interesting, and most importantly, creepy conversations. The last episode started off a little weird, then got it never really got fully creepy. It was very interesting and funny at points. But let's hope for more of a creepy factor. Nothing wrong with interesting and funny. That's kind of why this show exists, to have a little bit of a break from the normal creepy stuff. But, I do want to, keep the theme of horror in the main forefront, if you will. So, we're going to go ahead and launch stereo. I don't know if you guys can tell. Can you guys see it? I got my Bluetooth speaker still sitting on a cup in front of my mic because I don't know how else to do it as of now. I will probably find a better way eventually. But until then, this is what we got. This is what we're working with. So this time I'm going to... Hold on. So I kind of goofed it last time. I'm going to do start a talk. Why are there so many people in here? No. How do I... It won't let me name these talks on stereo, which is very frustrating. Anyway, it's connecting. So we're just going to get started. We got stories behind eyes. I hope they don't try to interview me, because it looks like they're going to try to interview me. Hello? Oh, it's connecting. Waiting for it. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, how's it going?
I guess okay. How about you?
Not bad. I'm still trying to get a hang of how to use stereo, but I think I'm slowly getting the hang of it. Real quick, do you have any paranormal or creepy stories you'd like to share? Experiences, rather, that you'd like to share?
Because you see my title is stories, huh?
Yeah.
Let me see. Yeah, I have a lot. Okay, well, I do have, talking about ghost, I do have on YouTube, if you want to check it out, I do have a video where I did catch a ghost, because my house, where with my parents, it's kind of like partially, spooked,
Yeah.
So I caught something on video, and you can clearly see it. It's behind me when I'm doing a recording. It's like a 5-second recording or something, and it got caught on video.
You can actually see it?
Yes, you can see, and I even zoomed it in for people. I do it in slow motion. I zoom it in. I even took pictures of it.
I want to look at this right now. I'm actually at a computer. What do I have to search to find this?
Okay. Go to YouTube and go to Snapchat Queen Royalty.
Snapchat Queen Royalty.
Yeah, because it's all about Snapchat, and that's how I captured it on Snapchat.
What is
my luck.
What is the title of the video?
It's called Snapchatting the Other Side.
Snapchatting the Other Side.
It's got like a creepy Snapchat, that logo of it.
Oh, I see it.
But it's in a creep. You see it? Okay, cool. Tell me, see it?
Oh, it's playing an ad.
Tell me what you think.
Sorry, I gotta wait for this ad, and then I gotta skip the ad.
Yeah, cool.
It's 9 minutes long. The video is 9 minutes long, like 9:40 something.
Well, the thing is I just try to make it like a little movie thing.
Oh, it's got Michael Jackson ghost vibes.
Well, just wait till you see that thing.
One late night, March 28th, 2017. Oh, I missed it. One late night, March 28th. I started Snapchatting, trying out new filters. I have the audio off, by the way. Okay, so that's you. Smeared makeup, face filter.
Oh, I'm just showing like what kind of stuff I do on Snapchat.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's just an example.
Then at 2:07, an eerie thing happened as I video chatted using Ghost Shell filter.
Yeah.
So this is the, oh, we got a countdown going?
Yeah. I make it really, really suspenseful.
So this, oh, hold on. It's about to start.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Well, I need audio to like appreciate this.
Well, if you want to, it has just like a weird kind of like off sound. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, what the heck is that? Oh, what the heck? I do see it.
Did you see it?
That hand?
It's a hand.
Oh my god, I'm alone in a dark studio right now and I'm tripping.
I'm telling you, that is not. I did not put that there. I promise you.
That's not part of like the filter?
No, and my nephew, the one of the ones that were like digging into it, they used the same at that time. They used the same, and I even went back to that filter, the same one, the Ghost Shell, and I kept doing, and nothing showed up. And my oldest nephew, he was like checking it out too. He said, "There's no hand like that on that."
What?
And I zoom it in for you so you could see it.
How did you like not lose your? Oh my god!
You see it?
How are
Yeah.
you like keeping your cool right now in the video? You're not even like, you're like barely reacting. I would have screamed at the top of my lungs, dropped my phone and ran.
Well, the thing is okay, when I was recording, I was just trying at 2 something. I should have been asleep, but I guess I'm not. I'm glad I didn't sleep because I caught a ghost.
Yeah.
You know. But when I was recording, like the way you see my face at the camera, I did see something at, you know how you'll tell something at the corner of your eye, and I saw something move, but I was like, and I stopped. That's the reason it's 5 seconds, because I froze and I stopped, and I'm like, I didn't even want to look at the video. I was too scared. I froze for a minute. So finally I had the guts to look, and I'm like, what the hell is that? You know, and it scared me. To this day, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell that thing is. But I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's a kid's hand. It's a child's hand.
It's like white and it doesn't even look human. Like the fingertips look too wide. It's almost like an alien's hand.
Someone told me, I mean, when I was looking at it, I said, it looks kind of alien because it stretches out.
Yeah.
And
You know what I thought of right away? Have you seen the movie Signs with Mel Gibson and Joaquin Phoenix?
yeah.
It reminds me of Signs, like right away. That's the first thing that came to mind. Whoa.
I mean, I still can't believe that I caught something there, but it could be a kid's hand, you know, because I've been hearing like little girl voices. I mean, like sounds, like giggly little girl sounds in the house too. I think there's a child that died in this house or something. Maybe, probably in a different era time, you know.
Yeah. You said you were awake at what time when this happened? You said 2 something?
This was like past 2, and I was just messing with the with the filter like I usually do. I never thought I would catch something ever, and that was my first ghost, you know, that I've ever caught.
That's
And I've experienced things, other stuff here.
you've experienced other things in that house that you're in?
Yeah, like, okay, so, like, which one should I start off with? Well, one day it was like past 11 or something, and pretty much, everybody was already, well, my niece was here. She was like 13 or something years old. She was asleep. She went to my parents' room to go sleep. And my nephew, he's probably like 17 or something at that time. He was also, sleeping to my parents' room on the floor.
Yeah.
And so there was nobody else in the living room. In the other bedrooms, there was nobody there. And so it was just my daughter and I, we were awake. And we were like, my daughter's like, I'm sleepy, Mom. And I said, okay, let me fix the bed. So, I don't have a door, so I just have like a curtain covering the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had a Chihuahua dog at that time. And I had to keep that doorway since there's no door. I put up one of those boards, thick boards to cover the doorway so the dog wouldn't come in.
Okay.
You know. So just so you know. So all of a sudden, I hear somebody, I just hear like somebody moved the board. They were sliding it to the side, and I'm like, I just look at the curtain and I'm like, can y'all please come and put back the board the way it was? And I don't hear nothing.
When you said that, who were you addressing?
I was addressing it to, I was thinking it was my nephew.
Oh, okay.
Because he usually, stays up late because of the video games.
Yeah.
So, and then after a few seconds, I said it again. Because, before that, I did see at the side of the curtain, it has like a crack opening, so you can see something, So all of a sudden, I swear, this right after I said it the first time, I saw some like somebody pass by. I saw like a person pass by through the crack. So I thought it was my nephew. Okay, what I saw was somebody wearing like black, that kind of parachute jogging pants,
Okay.
Yeah, like that. And then they had like a white long sleeve shirt, something like that. But I didn't see the head. I just saw like the body walk by. And so I said, can you please come and put back the board the way it was? Because I heard the dog once they opened it, moved it. I heard the dog, its little claws tapping on the on the marble floor,
on
the marble tile floor. So I was mad because the darn dog came through, and so I'm like, man. After I see that and nobody was coming to move it back, I decided to open a curtain and look, and I see the door, the board was about maybe like 5 inches away, open, like it was just like about 5 inches, pushed back. And I'm like, I'm just looking at the board for a second, a little bit wondering, and then I go into my parents' room.
Yeah. And
I see my nephew on the floor. He's asleep. And my parents are asleep. The only one that wasn't awake was my niece. She was on the bed with my parents on the edge, just on her phone. And I just stood there and I looked at my nephew and I looked at his clothing. His clothing was nothing what I saw pass by. He was wearing like a greenish kind of shirt or something like that. And it wasn't long sleeve. And then I was already feeling weird when I saw my nephew. And then because it looked like a guy, it did not look like a woman or a female. And then I told my niece, I said, did Raymond pass through here? And then she's like, no, he's been asleep. I said, well, I told her, I said, well, did you see the dog come in through here? She goes, yeah. And then I said, did you hear the board slide? She goes, yeah.
Oh my god.
And then I said, okay, all right, look, okay, don't freak out.
But
I think, I said, don't freak out. But, she goes, don't tell me. I said, she said, don't tell me. Don't say it. I said, I think a ghost or something moved that board.
oh my god.
And she was like, she just stayed quiet. And when I went back to my room, all I kept like, damn it. And I took off the board. You know, I didn't even want to put it back, closing it. I just wanted to take off the damn board because I was already scared. I didn't want to hear it again move, you know. I didn't care about the dog I just didn't want to hear that board slide anymore. But we've had the boards again because of another dog we had, but I've never seen it happen like that again. Again, that was the only night I remember. And I've never seen anything. I've never heard anything like that a ghost actually attempts to move something solid.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I don't know what kind of ghosts those are, but it just seems like, I think, if I'm not mistaken again, I think it was a child that allowed that dog, you know, to come in. But then again, I'm trying to think, but what about the apparition, whatever I saw that walked by? Could it have been that opened the door? Because, I mean, the board, because I just don't get it. If it's either a child or that thing I saw walk by.
So you think there could be two separate entities?
I think there's different things in this house. And not only that, but after like night after night, pretty much night after night, because I had the curtain and I wouldn't do nothing about it. I would leave it like that where I could see. I would see someone walking by, but you know how I wouldn't hear like the footsteps, or anything like that. I just would see something pass by. One time I saw like it had like black with red, something like that, passing by. And then I would check right away, and there wouldn't be anything there.
You're still in this house?
Yeah, we've been here. We've been in this house since 89, 90. The house is already paid off, but it's, it's got something. We've gotten used to the ghost, but or whatever it is, but I don't like to be alone too much in the middle of the night. The night is when it scares me. During the day, it's not so bad, but it's mostly during the night. It creeps me out really bad. I feel like something's watching me. But the worst thing is that I feel like it tries to play with my mind because I'm scared that I'm going to hear something or something's going to move. And it never happens. Like it catches me by myself, but I never hear anything. I don't hear any weird stuff. But whenever I'm here with people, it's like it'll start to show itself. So I just feel like it knows that I'm scared and nervous, but it doesn't do anything whenever I'm by myself,
That's weird. You usually hear the opposite.
It should be because, hey, she's alone. Let's have fun with her, right?
Yeah, exactly.
No, it doesn't work. It seems like, I don't know, because like, and then one time I was by myself and this happened in the daytime. My mom, she came at the same time. At the same time she was opening the door, all of a sudden, as she was opening the door, I swear, I heard this so clear. I heard, like a little girl laughing. I heard something like that.
Oh my God.
And
you're really good at that, by the way.
and then when I heard that, I'm just kind of like my body's doing like a hiccup motion,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the? And my mom's like, as she opened the door, it was going on, the sound, and she goes, hey, hey, hey. And then I said, you heard it too? And she goes, yeah, I heard it. But she said the strange thing about it is that she didn't hear like the little girl. She said that she heard something more like what did she say? It sounded something like a low, like a man's kind of like sound.
So she heard something different than what you heard.
Yeah, she heard that, and I heard a little girl. You know what? I'm happy with the little girl. I don't think I'd want to hear the man.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm sure you'd rather hear the little girl.
Yeah.
Because I heard that, and I think it's a little girl.
Jeez. If you don't mind me asking, what like state or town is this in?
I'm in Houston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm in a small town of Houston. It's called Pearland.
Oh, I know where that is. I'm often in Houston.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm over here, and I don't know. I just feel like if Ghostbusters out there trying to find ghosts, this is a perfect house.
I swear, the reason I ask, I'm like, this is like the stuff you see like movies made about, like from what you're describing.
No, man.
So,
yeah,
jeez.
this is real. Yeah, there's these. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's harmful because I haven't seen anything trying to harm us.
Yeah.
And then there was one case I didn't see it, but this happened. When one of the third oldest, when he was much younger, he must have been around 7 years old. He was in my parents' room and on the bed, and I was sleeping on a mattress on the floor. We were basically all trying to gather up in my mom's room.
Yeah.
And so I'm asleep. When I wake up, I hear my nephew. I guess that's what woke me up because when I woke up, I heard him just like he was so terrified.
Oh man.
I saw him. He just looked at me and he was all like you should have seen it. Like he looked terrified. And I told my mom, she was in the restroom, and I go, hey, I told her that Alex is crying, and she goes, yeah. She was acting calm about it. She's like, he just saw a ghost, and I'm like, and I look at him, he's just looking at the corner, like he wouldn't stop staring at the corner, and I'm just looking at the whole situation. I'm like, ghost. And then she explained to me later that when she heard him crying and she was asleep, she kind of like opened her eyes somewhat.
Yeah.
She was able to capture a glimpse of what he was seeing. And she said she saw this weird shadowy male figure, ghost, moving kind of like, what's a good way of, how a zombie would kind of move?
Okay.
Kind of like crooked or something like that.
Yeah.
Almost looking like it's gonna fall, or something like that. She said she saw it moving kind of like towards the bed.
Towards the bed.
Towards the bed.
Where everyone was.
Yeah, where my mom was at.
Ooh.
And of course my nephew was awake. Well, I guess because he was awake, I guess that's why. I didn't see anything, and I was on the floor closer towards it, I'm like, shoot, that's scary.
Wow. Oh.
It's creepy. I mean, I don't know, I don't really try to capture stuff on video, but whenever I'm recording and been mostly using Snapchat, something gets captured.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, And I also caught something else on video, except that I haven't really shared it. Like, but it's saved on my memory somewhere. But one day I was just that there was this cool filter on Snapchat, and I was using it with my niece and my little girl, so I just because it had like glasses and shinies and I don't know what, and I said just pose, we were having fun with that, and we were in the living room. So I was on one side of the table, eating table, and they were on the other side just posing and whatever. So I just took videos too. So then all of a sudden, as I'm looking, just looking at them, and the TV's behind them.
Yeah.
But I didn't notice anything. I didn't. There was nothing that seemed off. But something kept, like, after a while, I promise you that something kept telling me, look closely to the TV. Something kept telling me to look at the TV, and I don't see nothing going on. But I start to zoom in, like on my special app. I zoom in, and I said, wait a minute, what's this? And I was like, what the hell is that? And I see something. The TV is off. Okay, just so you know, the TV was off.
Yeah.
Whenever I zoom in, I saw something that was wearing like those type of Victorian type of white dresses,
Yeah, yeah.
It looked like that.
Oh.
With the long, and the long sleeve. And I'm like, oh, I know, I know, I don't have anything like that. My mom, she doesn't have anything like that. And nobody was wearing a white dress. Okay. In the video, it shows, while I'm doing this, it shows where there's an apparition or something that moves like next to me. Okay.
Oh my God.
Next to me. You can see it kind of like make a quick walk or something like that. And then it just instantly stops right there. And where you can see it, it doesn't go very far off. It just makes like a quick walk to the side, and it just kind of stops,
Yeah.
And you can, and I'm just like, and I zoomed in and I started taking pictures of it. That's what it looks like. But when I took a screenshot and I try to, look more into the picture, the background starts to look like a different dimension or something. I don't know. It kind of just looks off.
Whoa.
The background, like where it's standing, it doesn't look like part of the house.
Right.
And not only that, but whenever I've taken pictures, there's some stuff that shows like gate, like bars or something. I don't know. It's strange on one of my pictures. I'm like, sometimes I see something else, like I'm not even sure what it is.
There's a gate, like superimposed kind of, like over the image?
It just shows like some kind of faded thing that looks like a gate or something. I don't know I don't remember, but I would see something like that. And then on some other pictures, I would see something that's kind of like, it's hard to explain because it does show something like, I don't know, I don't know, like if somebody is, if some, like kind of like an abstract kind of thing. I don't know how to explain it, but it shows something, in one of those pictures, and I try not to think about it. But I would sometimes when I see those pictures again, I'm just like, I'm still trying to, wonder, well, what is it?
Yeah. Jeez. And you
whatever it is that it's in the pictures, it has to do with something, it could be something beyond,
Yeah.
or it could be something from the past, or something that used to be around here.
Yeah. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. Is Houston like did it used to be a Native American area? I mean, I feel like the entire Southwest kind of was.
I'm
so.
sure there's a huge history before it became what it is. I'm sure it was something else.
I mean,
who knows
it was
what.
Mexico at some point. So
Yeah.
at the very least, it was that. So.
And then I don't know what. See, whoever had this house too, who knows what the hell they did in this house?
That's a very good point. I think that makes a huge difference. That's a huge factor.
Because this is back from I think it's like, it might be somewhere like maybe in the 70s, maybe 60s. This house.
Oh. Yeah.
Because it had like, well, I don't know when they started putting wood panel, but it was wood panel when we got here.
Wow.
But
Ooh.
I don't know. There would be all kinds of strange things like that happening. And just the other day, my parents were out of town, and I was here only with my daughter. And at least I feel a little better because my she's bigger, and I found comfort in that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't feel so alone. But I feel like my daughter is a little bit more braver than I am at some point. But because she'll stay awake, like she's paying too much attention to her phone that she doesn't pay attention to anything going on. Yeah, that's
sure.
why I say she's more braver than I am. Because when it's me, I'm just thinking about the house.
Yeah.
And I'm letting it get to me.
Yeah. I mean,
so I have to turn on the TVs, turn on the lights. I don't care if it's wasting electricity. I'm scared. And I have to call somebody on the phone and say, "Hey, can you stay with me on the phone till I sleep?" That's what happened the one of the night. I was crying. I was crying because, oh my gosh, the fear of, I felt like something was watching me, but nothing is happening. It's just the tension you feel.
Yeah.
The pressure of whatever's around. But there was one of those nights that, or before it got late, but because once it's late, I don't like to go to the bedroom. Once it's past hours, I will not go to my nephew's bedroom.
Oh,
because that's where, that's where there's mostly something in there,
And your nephew's cool with it, or
in my nephew's bedroom, yeah.
Does he ever say anything?
I used to sleep in there. I used to be my bedroom, so I know what I felt in that room too. Nobody likes that bedroom. Nobody likes it.
Whoa.
Because it's got the most spook in there. But there was one of those days my parents were gone, and I just stood by the hallway and looking at the room, and I just stand there, and I decide to, you know what, I'm gonna be brave, and I'm gonna take a video, and of just the room, the way I don't try to go inside. So I just videotape it, and I see in the video, you can see there's these strange moving like orbs, moving around. And I showed it to my friend. I said, "There, you see it? There was like 2 times it shows it." And I put it even slow motion. And you see something like you do see something moving around. And then I'm like, man, those are orbs. I know it's orbs. And then he goes, yeah. And then I decided to bravely take another video shot.
Okay.
And this time when I did that, it did some kind of weird, like, I don't know how to explain it, like this rectangle, like this box rectangle kind of flash image on the recording, and I'm like, what the hell is that? I've never, out of all the times I did Snapchat, I've never have seen anything pop up in the screen like that. It was like a flash of a rectangle shape.
In the photo that you took?
You know,
Or the video?
in the video, it just, and I even put it slow motion. It shows like a powerful,
Burst of light?
it's just a flash of or something rectangle, you know, and I've never seen, I have never seen Snapchat do that before,
No,
ever,
me either.
you know, and I never took anything like that, ever. So it just shows it on the video, like, what the hell is that? You know,
What?
first I see the orbs, and then it shows like some kind of rectangular thing. What the
Oh
hell
my-
is that? Who knows?
I've never heard of that either.
I don't know what the hell that was.
I
He
can't even
goes,
begin to
my
explain.
my friend, he started asking me questions. He goes, was there anything behind you? I said no. And I show him on the video. I show that the door next to that room it's closed, so there can't be nothing coming through there.
The
You
only
know?
thing I can think of is
Mhm.
like if there was something that it messed with the electronics of your phone or something like that. Like it
Like an interference of something.
right, exactly.
Like maybe. Well, you know what? I rather see the rectangle box than something actually, you know, like a face or something.
Yeah. I agree.
I don't think because I was actually like actually looking at, like, I'm looking for trouble, you know?
Yeah, that's why, like, as you were telling me, like, I took out my phone to take pictures. I'm like shaking my head over here. I'm like, no, don't do it, because I think that kind of thing gives them energy. So
Yeah. Well, when you're not looking for it, they know when you're not looking for it. You know, you're just, I mean, it's normal. You know, you're going to video and whatever. You know, we can't help that you're in a place that is already spooked,
right,
you know, but they know when you're actually
yeah, and I
trying
think
to look for it.
I
It's,
I believe wholeheartedly if you really want to make contact, they will make contact, but you won't always like it. So
no, and I'm afraid I don't think, because, you know, if you record, you do that, what is it, the EVP or some kind of deal like that.
mhm.
I'm scared.
Yeah,
I'm scared to actually, because you know you're going to record, it's something that's going to get on the thing.
yeah,
And the question is, do you really want to hear it?
exactly.
You know? And honestly, it's like, I feel like if you listen to it, then I feel like that's letting them know that, hey, you know, this person, you know, is inviting us.
Exactly.
It's
You took the words out of my mouth.
It's given us a chance to welcome us in, you know, but just by listening to whatever it is,
Right.
you know, because something that we shouldn't even be, like knowing, you know, of course they talk in their own way, in their
Mhm.
own dimension, you know, and maybe we won't quite understand, but it's something that we shouldn't even know about, because unless you know what you're doing, you know, then okay, you know, mess with it, but know how to end it,
Yeah,
because
that's where most people
you leave
don't know.
yeah, and then you open it, and then you don't know how to end it and all that, and of course whatever is going to be attached to you and following you, and you know, that kind of thing. You know, one day I was messing with one of those apps, those
Don't
radar
say it.
type of apps,
What? Wait, Raider?
those ghost apps or something that kind of like pick up, you know, if there's a ghost around or something.
Like it picks up like a word.
Yeah, it'll pick up, like it'll bring up words or something like that. The app,
Yeah.
you know. Well, here's Here's what happened one time. I decided, I was like much younger and I decided to mess with it. Boy, did I regret it.
Mm.
And I was skeptical of it, but tell me if this is weird. I was playing with the one that'll tell you, that it'll bring up a word, you know?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I would go to the kitchen, right? This is where it was weird. It was starting to say, I'm hungry.
Oh.
How does the app even know where the hell I'm standing at? And it started to say, I'm hungry.
Oh. That's
I
weird.
mean,
No.
out of all things that it could have said, it said, I'm hungry. And when I saw that, like, oh man, I don't know about this. This is deep. This
Because
is pretty accurate.
I've actually,
Shoot.
against my own like advice, I've used that an app like that before, and it'll usually just say random words. It'll be like bus stop, like potato, like something random. But the fact that it said I'm hungry as soon as you walked in the kitchen, ooh.
Yes, I'm not kidding you. It did. And then one day, and then I don't know if it was the same app, but because I think it also detects if there's things around.
Hello? Uh-oh. The ghost got her.
Sorry. When I go mute, it's because someone was trying to call in.
Oh,
But
okay.
one day, I don't know if it was that same app, but all of a sudden I went to, I think it was Kroger's, you know.
Yeah.
I went to Kroger's and I don't know, I just decided to play with the app. I'd rather it play with it at the store, I figured, than at home.
Right.
I told myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm with the cart and stuff, and then so where I'm standing at in one of the aisles, I start to mess with it, and I open that app, the Curiosity, and then all of a sudden, when I see because you know there's like it'll tell you well green dots, yellow dots, and well the red ones are no good,
Yeah.
you know that's bad. So all of a sudden something behind me, according to the app, I saw something like moving, and it looked like it was turning like yellow and out, and then it looked like it was wanting to turn red. And when I saw that coming towards me, I'm like, shh.
Booked it out of the store.
I uninstalled it, and I'm like, fuck that. In the hell, no, no more. And it turned red. It
Wait.
was like it was like aiming fast towards me.
I think
That scared me.
I think I used the same app as you because it was like when you're explaining it, I'm picturing like a little like radar, like a sonar radar.
Yeah.
With the dots coming up and then like words come up too. Is that the same?
Yeah, and there's like those dots are supposedly ghost,
Yeah.
you know, or something like that. And then there's some that are green. Supposedly those are good ones or nothing bad. But if it's yellow, it's kind of like a disturbing
Ooh.
presence. And the red ones, well, you know,
Hostile.
something bad. And so, shoot, I got scared. I'm like, you know what? Ever since I saw that, I promised I didn't mess with, well, my nephew, he was brave and started messing with those apps, you know.
Yeah.
And we're over here like, supposedly we started to pick up certain names, and we were like talking to one of those things supposedly. And then when we went into their room, you know, because something kept like it started. We were getting one of those that beep, you know, that go beep, beep.
Okay.
Beep, beep. You know, whenever he would go to a certain place, it would like towards the attic. I'm not kidding you. Towards the attic, at a certain spot in their room, it would go beep, 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 beep towards the attic.
And every time it would be consistently doing
It
that?
would do it like that. Yeah, going towards the attic, because we've heard things in the attic too. So we would hear like, and my nephew freaked out. He would be like, he'll be like, Nancy, did you hear that? And I'm like, yeah, I heard it. It sounded like walking. I said, yeah, I know. And he was scared, and he was like 19 or something, 18 at that time. And, we heard literally, it's like a stomping walk in the attic. Like something is literally walking in the attic. And that used to be happening for a good while back then. It hasn't happened anymore. I haven't heard anything like that anymore. But we would hear like actual stomp walking in the attic. And so, whenever my dad would go, whenever I would go, whenever my parents went up there,
Into the attic?
to the attic to look for something, I would take the opportunity to quickly take pictures, just going, every, fast pictures per second,
Yeah.
So I did that. And then I would look back, and I like to zoom in because, you ain't going to see something. Sometimes you have to zoom in, and those little dots, whatever it is, it can show something. So I did, and it started to show, like on one of the pictures, it showed like a face of a man, kind of like a weird smile. It looks like a man's face. And I showed my mom. I go, look. She goes, I don't want to see it. And then I think one day, my daughter, she told me, she goes, Mom, her cousin, my nephew, told her that my dad, when he went up there, that my dad saw a dark shadow of a man's face, And
In
I'm
the same
like,
attic
oh.
that you took the picture of a face.
I don't know what he saw, but he didn't take a picture. My dad said he just saw it with his eyes. I mean, I think he just saw it. They didn't take pictures though.
Oh. Well, good.
That's worse.
Yeah.
And so that's what I think there's a man that died. Or I don't know. It gets really hot up in the attic. It gets so hot. So I don't know if somebody got stuck up there and died.
Oh.
Or somebody, or maybe someone did something to somebody and they died up there, but we hear a stomp. We would hear stomp walking.
Oh.
But whenever that thing that my nephew got, and it would be going beep, 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 beep towards this, and I think there's something up in the attic, and then when he went into the restroom on the mirror area, man, I think he stopped using it after the word, because there was the words. Whenever he went into the restroom on the mirror area, there was a word that popped up that I'll never forget, and it was the word witch came up.
Oh no!
And I'm like, let's get out of here. Supposedly, yeah, it said witch. Out of all things, it said witch. And it could make sense because of what my dad said a long time ago. That he heard something about this house, that a man was doing some kind of, I think he said, while already having this house, that I think this man did some kind of weird, he heard that some man did maybe a ritual thing here or something like that.
Yep.
With smoke or something. I don't know.
Back when you said we don't know what the past inhabitants of the house did, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, what if someone did something along those lines of a seance or something?
Or even before this house was built.
Just on the land?
Something wicked happened.
Yeah.
But thankfully it doesn't look like nothing is bad, nothing's been trying to hurt us,
Good.
But it's just like a mild soft thing. Can you hold for a second?
Yeah.
Just give me 1 second.
I hope the ghost did not get her. all I can do is hope something didn't get her. I'm going to close out of her video because it's tweaking me out. Oh, fuck. I just jump scared myself. Oh.
Okay, hello?
Hey.
Okay.
I tried closing out. I had your video on full screen in front of me. And then I'm like, I had your video, the Snapchat video.
Yeah.
I had it full screen in front of me, and I'm like, I'm gonna close it out because it's kind of creeping me out. And I accidentally played it, and this loud noise happened, and I screamed.
Oh, you heard it? You heard that weird sound that or something?
No, you put like a rewind sound.
Oh, the rewind sound is
And
what freaked you out.
Oh.
But you know that when you see that thing on audio, that hand, and it makes a weird sound.
Oh, I'm not even gonna listen to that. There's no way I'm listening to that.
It just makes like a weird sound. I don't know. Then it goes, and then it cuts off. You know.
I thought I
But
had
if
your
you
video
notice-
muted.
If you notice that hand, it goes from 5 fingers to like,
4.
if I'm not mistaken, it looks like 6 fingers.
I didn't notice, and I'm not about to open it up to look again because I'm already freaking out.
Well, like look at it and you'll see. Did you see the still shots that I took?
No, I'm gonna go through it later. Because I'm
Yeah.
shooting.
So you can see the still shots that I took of it. What I could from the video.
I'm shooting a video right now that's gonna be on YouTube, as well as this audio is gonna be on a podcast. But for the people watching on YouTube, I'm gonna start putting the little snippets up right now.
And then it's also, if you look at the hand carefully, you'll see that on one of the still shots, I don't know why, but on one of the fingers, I don't know if it looks kind of like maybe the bone finger or something. I can't tell, but maybe you'll be able to tell what it is on one of the fingers.
That's something I'm gonna look at when it's daytime and I have people around me.
Yeah. Yeah, because it looks like but when I took those pictures, it shows something else. You know,
Man,
I don't know what it is, but I mean, it's just, I've been catching coast, so it's weird.
I heard you saying earlier, like, oh, my daughter. You said your daughter's braver. You said your daughter's brave, and that's good, and your nephew's brave, and all that. I think you need to give yourself more credit because I would not make it. I would not survive in that house. So the fact that you're like just chilling, you're like, oh, they're not bad. You have to give yourself more credit. You're braver than you think.
I guess I start to wonder, like, if my parents leave me this house, I'm not saying they will, or I don't know what they're gonna do with the house, but if they were to leave it to me, I really wonder how much of an effect it would be, like, if I possess it, you know, and
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, maybe.
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, not that I would try to get rid of it because, you know, I mean, it's a home I could stay at, you know, and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's been in your
But-
family for 30 some years, so.
You know, so I mean, it's just something that I would value, but it's just really hard. It would be hard to sleep here.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You know, I would probably do something like, okay, once it's a certain time, I think I would go somewhere else and sleep, because during the night, I think it would be very, very hard. I would have to have like somebody with me, or a partner, or somebody, you know, to stay with me in order to make it.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know. It's just, one has to be here to know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, also whenever I went, have you ever heard of the Galvez Hotel in Galveston?
No.
Okay. There's a famous hotel there.
Okay.
And, a couple years, back, my parents decided to go on their anniversary. They knew it was spooked because they looked it up and everything. So, for their anniversary, they said, "Hey, y'all can come with us." So I was like, okay, well, I started gearing up my, making sure I had enough, a space on my phone and whatever, because I didn't have anything else special other than my phone,
Yeah.
So I try to prepare like that. So when I go over there
to take pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I was trying to, yeah. And especially outside, like, outside, I was taking outside quite a bit. Well, when I was in the daytime too, in the daytime, I would be going like on the outside and through the windows, like the dining area or whatever it was, where there's a whole bunch of tables and chairs. Well, I would take pictures, I would just be for a good while. Something kept telling me, take pictures right here.
Okay.
So I'm just taking pictures, a whole bunch of pictures of the dining area, and there's nobody in there. So I start analyzing each photo. I say, okay, there's nothing on this. But then I start to notice, like on one of them, when I zoom in on each one, I mean, it's a pain in the butt just doing this, but I'm glad I did, because I was very shocked what I saw when I zoomed in. On one of those pictures, it shows on the chair legs,
Yeah.
it shows sitting down and holding on to that chair on the leg part. It shows very clear, and I still have that picture. It shows very clear of a little baby boy. The head and everything looks like a baby. And even the hair, you can kind of like tell the way the hair is, and the eyes, and it's looking straight at the camera.
Whoa.
And I showed it to somebody. I'm like, this looks like a baby. I'm like, and I showed it to a lot of people. So, what do you see here? It's a baby. I said, yeah, it's a baby. A baby boy.
No. And that's at the
and
Galveston
it's sitting
Hotel?
down. It's sitting down, holding it with. I don't know if it's both arms, but it's holding on with at least one arm. It's holding on to the leg of the chair, and it's looking straight at the camera with a faded kind of face.
Oh.
And I'm just like, I was like shocked, but at the same time, I was like, man, I feel like this is a privilege. I never thought I would take a picture of a baby ghost.
You make it sound so cute.
Yeah, but I mean, the picture is cute. It's cute. You can see it's a baby. And one of these days, I'm going to try to put all my ghost stuff, images and videos, whatever. I'm going to try to put it all together, and
you should.
And what I've caught in.
Make like an Instagram account.
Can see. But there's going to be a whole bunch of people that are skeptical. You know what I mean? There's going to be.
Yeah, they're always going to exist.
Yeah, but I don't care because I know there was, I didn't do anything to the pictures. I didn't do anything, with them. And that same dining room, there was a whole bunch of things that started popping up in that one area where I just kept taking pictures and pictures of. There's on the carpet, it's kind of like a special design, or at least it looks like that. But whenever I took this one part on the floor, it clearly shows like it's like a portrait. It almost looks like a portrait, but it looks like a woman on the carpet floor.
On the carpet, like.
No, on the carpet, but it's so tiny. You had to zoom in to capture this, and I was able to capture that just zooming in, and I saw it. What is it, Mama?
Oh my God. I was gonna say, do you hear that crying?
Almost calm down.
You don't even have purple hair. You have red hair.
Well, that's all that came up on the app. I wish it was red.
I'm not tripping, right?
calm down.
There's little kids talking.
Huh?
I'm not tripping, right? There's voices of children on your end.
Yeah, it's my daughter.
Oh, whew! I don't know. You're talking
Yeah.
about a little girl
No, it's my daughter.
giggling
It's my
earlier.
daughter. No. That picture I thought was so cool of the one on the carpet, and I decided to kind of make it more like to stand out more. So I just I did put little tiny stars, tiny little sparkle star things, and a little bit of like some light flowers in the coat, like around her hair or something that I saw. And I said, it looks kind of like a painting, you know?
Yeah.
And I said, shoot, man, this is my art, and it's got a ghost on it. How I can't get better than that.
No.
You know, I mean, imagining blowing this up on a big, you know, paper page or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
And you still have that
I
picture
mean, saying
somewhere,
I
huh?
got, yeah, and I have it on my phone. It's a beautiful shot, and you know, so I'm like, cool, you know. And then that's not the only thing I was able to catch where there's on the chair, you know, those wooden bars, you know, that where you sit back, you know, those wooden kind of like bars or something that hold you back. Well, anyway, it's right there in the back of the chair. And on one of the chairs that I was zooming in, it shows on one of those on the bars, it shows like if there's people tied up to a pole, like they're tied up and their hands are tied up, like, you know, like they're holding on to something.
That was
like they're just standing there next to the poles, like more than like 4 of them.
And that was in what part of the hotel?
In the dining part.
Mm.
The same place in the dining area. I caught quite a few things in that dining part area. And then I start to remember that I read the history of that before it became the Galvez Hotel, it was an orphanage before.
Oh. Well.
And I'm like, okay, the child.
Yeah.
And then this woman that kind of looks like it's a woman there.
Maybe a caretaker or something.
And then,
none.
Yeah, because she looked like to me it looked like one of those black nannies, the big, you know, it looked like a black woman.
Oh.
To me it looks like that. It looks kind of like that, you know, and then the because I showed it to somebody on Snapchat and I said, please tell me, what do you see?
Yeah.
And they're like, and then I'm like, well, that looks like people tied up on the pole. Their hands are like tied. And I said, that's what I figured I saw. I told my friend or the guy, and I said, those look like they're people tied up. And then I told him that because the story goes on the orphanage that there was a big storm. Okay. There was a big bad storm there. And, then they were the nannies and the nuns and all that were trying to, protect the children. So according to what I understood in the story, what they did was tie the children to something. They would tie them up.
Oh.
So that the hurricane or the whatever was coming they wouldn't fly off.
Oh.
And I'm just like, what if that's, you know,
Yeah.
those things that look like they're tied up are children then.
Oh man.
That child that I saw next to the chair, you know, that could have been a child tied up too.
Yeah. Maybe tied up to the chair or whatever was there.
Because he was holding on to the chair.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, you know, this is weird. That's weird what I caught on. But you can clearly see the baby, you can clearly see the woman, and those things on the chair, you can see they look like people tied up. Well, in a different way. It doesn't really look like people, but it just symbolizes that.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm just like, my gosh, you know, what did I I surely caught something while being there.
Yeah.
You know.
That's insane.
I don't know.
Wow.
I'm like, man, you know, but I really think that the baby is the most impressive for me.
You definitely,
you know, because
you have my support as far as like putting these out there somewhere, whether it's YouTube or Instagram or whatever other new platform may come out. But it sounds like you got some good, some good stuff.
I think I will put them all together, and I'll say, well, this got caught so and so, this got caught so and so, and whatever the hell in this house, I'm gonna try to find all of them, because I have to go back in time, you know, and start, you know, saying, okay, here's one. And, you know, a lot of those pictures from the hotel, I mean, because there's so many, I only got to see certain pictures. So I'm not sure. I haven't been able to see like a lot of them. Yeah. But there's also a part where I think it's outside and it's in the nighttime, and it shows like something outside, like it's a boy or something. And it looks like, I think there's something else, like another person with them. Like it looks like a boy and something else there, you know. Yeah. I caught that outside close to the dining area.
Jeez. Well, if you ever do move forward with like putting them anywhere, I hope you contact me so I can give you a shout out, because
I'll follow you, and I'll even follow you. You sound like a cool person.
You too. This was an amazing interview, and I don't get scared very easily, but like I'm actually scared from the things you told me. So thank you for that.
Well, no problem. So from what I told you, what spooked you out the most? I mean, there's still some more ghost stuff, but what has spooked you out?
That hand in the Snapchat is probably the scariest, and then the attic stuff you told me also freaked me out.
Yeah.
And the little girl giggling. Yeah. Everything.
We've even heard, like one time I was here by myself, and my nephew, the one that I told you that saw whatever, he was small at that time, and when this happened, so it was, I didn't let me see, I think I had my daughter. I did have my daughter, and she was the baby, but she was a baby at that time. I was in the bedroom in their bedroom, and I was on the phone talking to somebody, you know, just keeping myself busy. And my nephew's sitting right there next to me, because there's no way he's going to be by himself.
Right.
And the other parts of the house. So I'm just there. He's sitting next to me, and all of a sudden, as I'm talking on the phone, all of a sudden you hear someone knocking the door. My parents were gone to the groceries, so it was just me and him. But then we suddenly you hear a tap on the door, you know, like, and then my nephew went, he gasped.
Oh, geez.
And then I said, this was after a while, so I thought it was my parents had came back from the grocery. So I said to my nephew, I said, oh, I think they're back.
Yeah.
And my nephew didn't move. He stayed right there with me. He didn't try to go check. And then I'm talking for a good while, you know, after I heard that, you know, and then I'm like, I told whoever on the phone, I said, hold up. Because I was like, they should have already came inside by now.
Yeah.
You know, and this was in the nighttime. So I go check, and it was windy. I remember it was windy. And I go outside, and because our door, it has an oval glass shape, all of a sudden, I'm looking outside and they're not back, and everything looks quiet. And there was a swing right there on the side, on the front end of the door, on the side. And then I'm seeing that the bench swing is just moving because I think of the wind,
Yeah.
And I'm just looking at that, and it's something like maybe like something from a movie you would see, and like I heard a knock, and my nephew heard it.
Yeah. You guys both heard it. Yeah, so that wasn't your imagination.
Yeah, we heard a knock, and then I think I'm not sure. I think there was a moment where we also heard it. We heard it again, and we heard a tap on the kitchen area, the window.
From the outside, you think, or out inside?
Yeah. No, we had it was from the outside. Well, no, we heard it from we heard it from we were inside, and I heard it in that same time frame. I heard somebody tap the window, but there was nobody there.
Oh.
Yeah. And so tapping and knocking, and yeah, it's like somebody's there,
Yeah.
And then there was another time that I was here with my family. They were here, and I was washing dishes. I think I was washing dishes, and then the window, facing the window. And as I'm washing dishes, and on the window, it's nighttime. My eyes just moved going to the side on the window, because I was like, oh my gosh, what the hell is that? I literally saw like a person, like with a white shirt and a guy. It looked like a guy with shaved hair, head, maybe faded. I don't know. He was just had almost like a bald head, walked by, and on the window, I saw like somebody just walked by, but it happened so fast. And I told my nephew, I said, Orlando. He goes, what? I just saw, it was like a reflection. I saw like somebody just pass by. And he goes outside. He even goes outside. There's nothing. And I said, I swear I saw something move. It went like that. And I remember to this day what I saw in that window. And it looked like it was inside the kitchen. It didn't even look like it was outside. It just looked like it was in the inside,
Oh.
Like, it just looked weird. Like maybe like it was behind me and it was walking or something, and it just kind of, it was like a sliding walk, I don't know how to explain it to you, but that's what I saw.
Like moonwalking, but forwards?
Yeah, like just just something slide walking, like not even looking like a normal walk. It just looked like something was sliding, but it was a person, I saw only from the side, and I was like, I know what I saw, man, that thing. I wish I would have, took a video. It's like, for those kind of things, you have to have a GoPro or something.
Yeah, just always recording, or like security system, like a Ring camera.
Yeah. Something like that to capture it, because you never know when they're going to happen. But, I saw that, and every time I go to that kitchen, I'm like, man, I don't even want to, I already put because we didn't have no blinds or nothing. So, I wound up putting something there. So that way, especially in the night, we don't see no reflection or something pass, because I'm afraid I'm going to see a face or something,
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I would do the same thing for sure.
I mean, imagine, or even a fade. That's one thing I don't want to see. I don't want to see a ghost face. You don't want it, because, I think that's the worst thing to see.
Yeah, that might, I mean, just seeing the hand tweaks me out. So if I see a full face, I don't know how I'll recover from that.
I'll be like, well, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
Imagine seeing that person on Google.
Hey, I know that guy.
Like, what the hell? Oh, let me check out the message. Hold up.
Wait a minute. What? My bad. I pushed the join thing. But I got a question though. What did the
Yeah.
knock sound like? Was it loud? Was it soft? Was it like a boom, 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 like that? Like, dang, you're a good storyteller. I like the way you tell your story.
Oh, you haven't heard
And I know it's for
more,
real because I can hear
you
it in
haven't
your
heard
voice.
what I
I
told.
kind of hear like the little bit of tints of fear
Man.
too. So was it recently? Yeah, because some people when they tell a story, they talk about something that happened to them that was scary. You can tell that it's not fresh, but this sounds fresh.
Hey, what's his name again? I forgot. I'm over here like just listening. What was his name again?
I think Visual Facts.
Yeah, visual something.
Yeah, Visual Facts.
Welcome here with us. Yeah, the first thing, nope, too creepy. Ask me is, do I have any paranormal stories or something? And well, I do.
Oh,
You haven't heard everything I told you.
it's been like over an hour, just nonstop, bone-chilling stories.
Oh, tell him about the video, what I had you see if you want to see.
Oh man, if anyone's like tuning in now, I guess it's only Visual Facts right now. But how did you? She's got a Snapchat video on YouTube where a hand pops out from the background, and I almost smacked my computer screen when I saw that thing pop up. I'm not sleeping tonight. I promise you, I'm not sleeping tonight.
Yeah, if you want to see that video, it's on Snapchat. It's on YouTube, and it's called Snapchat Queen Royalty. Snapchat in the other side, and it's gonna show. It's long, but it's because I took still shots. I did slow motion. I did everything. So whatever people wanna, that way they can see.
It's long, but
the
actual clip is only like a minute in, so.
Well, the clip, I think the actual clip is like only a little bit of seconds, but I stretched it out a little bit. Well,
what do you say?
Let's see what he said.
Yeah.
I got a story. Check this out. This happened last year. I live alone. Nobody's in my home. I live in the mountains. So I got neighbors probably like a mile away. I have two neighbors. They be shooting their guns all the time. Anyway, to make a long story short, this happened like at 3:30 or 3:40 or something in the morning time. Because I looked at my clock when I felt something at the foot of the bed sit on my bed.
Nope.
Oh, Christ, oh no.
So I look up and it's this spirit. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm half asleep too. So I'm thinking like, okay, so this thing keeps staring at me. So I'm sitting at the edge of the bed and I just asked, I said, hey, did you wash your ass before you sit on my damn bed? And it shook his head no. And I'm like, you need to get your ass up and get in that shower.
It shook its head when you said that, like, oh my gosh, it was actually communicating with you.
No.
Hey, that's a funny one though. I don't think that was a bad ghost. I think it just was trying to give you company. In a smelly way, but
Oh my gosh. That's amazing.
Oh my God. Well, at least it was honest, right? It was an honest one. It has no shame.
Well,
no shame.
On that note, I think I gotta get going. But stories behind eyes. Do you have anything you want to plug as far as like a YouTube? I'm already gonna link your YouTube channel. Is there anything else you want to plug or share as far as like social media goes?
No, I mean, I tell stories. I'm starting to also put, if y'all want to, try to also, cause I'm putting on my Anchor, the podcast, my stories, there's poetry stories. I'm also putting stuff on there with creepy music and everything, reciting it and stuff. If y'all want to check those out, y'all can do that on the podcast. It's Stories Behind Eyes. Y'all can
that's
find
the name
me
of your podcast.
You know.
Okay, and that's on
my
all
podcast.
like the.
And if y'all want to follow me here on Instagram, and then that way, like in case y'all can't find me there, I can send the link in Instagram and message it to y'all, and then do it that way.
Instagram or stereo?
If it becomes issue.
You said Instagram, but do you mean stereo?
Yeah. Well, here you push my little emoji head here, and I think it'll take you to my Instagram.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, yeah. All right, cool. I'll leave all those links. I'll leave it to your podcast and all that, and your stereo, of course. Before I head out, I want to listen to what this message is.
Yeah, let's see what Visual said.
All right, let's see.
You can push it.
Yeah, it put protein. I smelled my bed. I just wanted to see if the ghost stank. So I smelled my bed, and it smelled like dust and ass. Or Aston dust. I'm going to call it Aston dust.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. And so I took a black light to it, and I was like, oh, that was a real ass on my bed last night. Because I woke up in the morning time. And so I put a cover over it, and I put my black light in there, and I saw green stains. My sheets is clean, and my bed cover is clean. So when I saw that, I was like, damn. How that motherfucker get up in here?
Ew. That's gross. And then green plasma. Stains. It kind of reminds me of the Ghostbusters Slimer.
That's what I was thinking. Get some Slimer. Or one of his like redneck neighbors that were shooting the guns just got drunk, wandered in, sat on his bed. Who knows?
Oh my gosh. It sounds like something from an old time type of ghost or something.
Have you heard of the creepypasta called The Rake?
Which one?
There's a creepypasta on the internet called The Rake. And there's an image.
Oh, isn't that weird creature or something like that?
Yeah, but like there's like an iconic image of the rake sitting on the edge of the bed with his head turned, looking at the person. And that's what I thought of.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm just thinking of something because he said green. So we were thinking that it's one of those kind of ghosts. That's weird. Leaving like a green stain. That is weird.
Yeah. I hope
but okay.
I wish you luck with that, dude, because that's pretty. No one needs a crusty ghost sitting on your bed at night.
No, but if he said he saw it staring at him, I would be terrified, man. I'd be like, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah, let's hope that...
I'd probably be crying. I think I would be crying, and I think I'd want to just leave,
Oh, what do you say now?
Oh.
That happened before, brother. She got really high, and she came in, and her husband was asleep. I think she was sleepwalking and half drunk, but she had sweaty titties because I got a sensitive nose and I smelled them. And I said, Jessica, what the hell are you doing up in here? Your husband is at home, and I don't do that freaky shit when, y'all married. And she talked to me too, but she was like, and I'm like, I don't understand what you're saying. And I know not to, wake up sleepwalkers. The sleepwalkers, they can get violent. But yeah, I think because I smell alcohol on her breath. So yeah, I think she was half asleep, half drunk, with sweaty titties in my house.
So then it wasn't a ghost. That's what he's saying.
Well, I think it could have been.
Actually.
It might have been both. It might have been a crusty ghost and the drunk neighbor with sweaty titties.
Wow.
Well,
who knows what?
That took a turn.
Well, whatever it was, at least it didn't harm him.
Yeah, for sure. All right, I'm going to head out, but it was great talking to you. Thank you so much for hanging out and sharing all this, and good luck with everything.
Yeah, it was really fun talking with you, and I think this is the most I've ever talked about nothing but ghosts, and it was pretty exciting.
For sure. Take care. Have a good night, okay?
You too. Have a good night. Bye.
Bye-bye. Well, that, wow. She knocked it out of the park. I did not expect I've been recording for an hour and a half. I mean, we shot the shit a little bit in the beginning, which I'm actually gonna cut. I'm gonna cut some parts out because we were shooting the shit in the beginning with not ghost related stuff before we actually got into the topic. And then she like walked away for like a couple minutes. She had to tend to something. And then there was the part where with her daughter, like, and she was talking to her. I'm going to cut those parts out. If you want to watch, if you want to listen to the uncut interview, it's going to be on stereo. My handle is Nope Too Creepy on stereo. And the conversation is with, just so you guys know one more time, Stories Behind Eyes. And I'm going to leave all her information down below as far as...
Hello?
Oh, what is going on?
Waiting for...
As far as... there we go. The Snapchat video that I saw, I put it up in the YouTube version of this episode, but if you're listening on one of the podcast platforms, you're gonna have to go watch it yourself. I suggest you do. If it is, I mean, I always keep in mind, like, what if it's fake, but I personally don't think it is, and I can't explain it. Maybe it was her daughter messing with her, I don't know, but it is creepy. Go check it out, and maybe let me know what you think in the comments here, if you have the ability to leave a comment. But otherwise, people, I'm going to end the show. Thank you so much if you stuck with us the whole time. I hope you enjoyed it. I think this was an excellent episode to kick off the first video with, so that was good. Remember to subscribe if you haven't already, or follow if you're listening on whatever platform. Give a rating if you can. Give a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. And yeah, until next time, everybody, remember to stay safe out there. I'll be seeing you in the next episode. I'm scared to be in this right now. I'm scared to be here. Help!